What's up? What's up? It's your girl Michelle with those raindrop combos and my girl.
Stacy, what's going on, guys?
What's up, chick? Who we got on with us tonight?
What's going on, Shell? So, tonight we are so excited. We told you guys yesterday that we're going to have a Gen X millennial matchup or mashup tonight. And tonight we have Miss Zaire on the line who is representing, she says for the millennials, I'm going to give y'all a little hint. She's actually Gen Z, but y'all don't say nothing, okay? She is right on the cusp, as I said yesterday. But we are going to talk about BET's new reality series featuring the millennials, people that we should know or we do know as millennials in a Gen Z society. And so we're going to hear Zaire's take on how that's actually working out for BET in this new show about this 9-member girl group.
All right, and I'm so confused. You're talking about Gen Z, Gen X. I don't, girl. All right, let's get into the content. Here we go. All right, so what is the deal, man? I checked out, I'll be honest with you and say that I have not watched the series. I really didn't know anything about it. I saw something else that was coming out. So I've been distracted by a few other series that are out there. I didn't know anything about this. And I'll just tell you from the beginning, girl groups and, isn't Danity Kane the
90s
one
girl
that,
groups.
yeah, isn't Danity Kane like the one that Puff Daddy was supposed to like blow up and make like superstars or something? That was his group, right?
Yeah, it was. But we're not going to talk about how Diddy just has a lot of failed groups.
And how he does his people. Okay, so hey, baby, if he did right by them, maybe they wouldn't be on this series.
Wait.
Sorry.
Or 702, we're not going to get into that.
We're not going to go there. Exactly. But
now, wait a minute. Hold on. Now, when we're talking about Danity Kane, now I want y'all to know that Zaire is actually, this is Stacy. This is actually my baby sister that I talk about all the time. And so one thing that I do want to say is if you hear me switching back and forth between Georgia and New York, a Georgia and New York accent, it's because I'm actually from New York, but I grew up in Decatur, so I represent both. Money earning Mount Vernon, whoop whoop, there we go. So you will hear in Zaire's commentary her very strong New York accent. But let's talk about Danity Kane. Danity Kane, as my sister, she remembers the visit that we had back in, I don't know, whenever, whatever year that was, that we had a visit to our house while she was there for Miss D Woods. Miss D Woods used to date my nephew, and we loved D Woods. She was amazing when she came to the house. So do you remember that, Zai?
I do, and I got her autograph, and I was just starstruck. Like I was like, show stopping, and I was so happy.
Well, tell us what's going on Encore, because this is a huge new thing for BET, and I'm seeing a lot about it.
Okay, so let's just start off with BET just doing this show for Black women in general, okay? That's great. That's lovely. We love representation of Black women of all ages, especially now because I feel like there's a lot of shows that don't represent Black women in a positive light. So we can start with that by saying yay, shout out to them, and shout out to Carlos King for this show.
Carlos A. King, yes, shout out to him. Yes.
But see, here's my thing. This is the thing. The thing is, we're talking about girl groups, okay? And the only girl group that I know right now is City Girls. The girls is not working together. They're not doing that right now. That's not it right now. You know what I mean? We're not doing that right now. What we're doing is do it for yourself. And if you do it yourself, because it's always drama.
Right.
So that's what one girl, two girls. Destiny's Child and had 1 million, and it still didn't work out. You see, it didn't work out. So I personally think that this show kind of set them up for failure as a maybe not as separate, but as a group. So I'll give you a little background. You know how to do my little background just to let you guys know about the people that's in the house.
Okay.
So it's 9 women that were either in girl groups or not in girl groups and just happened to be that it girl at a point in time during the pop culture scene, right? So we're gonna start off with the 2 twins from Cherish, right?
I don't even know that group.
Okay.
Look, I'm gonna pull it up on my phone while we talk because I don't either.
Because you don't know them either.
Thanks for the millennials.
I know Cherish. You know that song, like I'm feeling really unappreciated.
Okay, kinda.
Okay, so it's 2 of them. They're twins. Fallon and Felicia King.
Okay.
They were born in 1988, which means that right now they're 33.
Okay.
Keep that in mind, please. So
they're actually millennials, right?
So they got their rise fame in 2003. Cool. All right. So I guess we're going backwards now. So now they're in the house. They're like, oh my God, this is great. This is amazing. And so Total 1994.
Yes.
Total. Love them.
Yes.
Great. So one of the members, Pamela Long, comes in, and first of all, Offred, this woman has a mask on. 1, 2,
and they've been COVID tested to get on the show, haven't they?
I would hope so, but she's serious because she's high risk. So baby, I get that. Stay home if this is not for you. If this is not for you, stay home. I ain't none of them got on masks. It's just you. But that's all right. We're not going to do that. So now it's 3 of them. And the 2 girls from Cherish, they still trying to figure out, what's going on. And it's Pastor Pam. So after that, it's the 2 members from 702. 702 was a 3-woman girl group, the first album in 1996. That's before I was born, but that's okay. And Lamisha, right?
Okay.
So now we get into people that I know. Now the next person who comes in is my ray of sunshine, Nivea, and I love her so much.
Aww.
She's just so beautiful. She's so funny. Everything. She's just a ray of sunshine.
Okay.
And then I don't know if you guys know of the group Black. They were
yes.
Oh yes.
So Left Out Lopez. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Is that 808?
No, that is Black.
Oh, okay.
Black.
No, I'm talking about 808. The song dropping the song 808.
Oh.
Never mind. Don't worry about it.
I know them from Bring It On. They were in Bring It On.
Gotcha.
Shamari DeVoe is on it as well. Shamari is a beautiful Black queen, okay? And her voice is just superior. She could sing. She could do everything. She's amazing, okay? And she still got it. The dances is tight. The voice is tight. The body is tight. Great. Now we're moving on to, a little something that I know. Danity Kane with Aubrey O'Day, okay?
Oh, wow.
And Danity Kane. Now, if you remember making a band, she probably don't look the same, but that's okay. Hey, that's okay, girl. Do
surgery. Okay.
A lot, but it's okay. Do what works for you, because if you got the funds, baby, do it.
Right. Do you
respectfully. And now we have Keely Williams from 3LW. So she's been in 2 girl groups. She's the only one in this show who's been in 2 girl groups. She started off with 3LW. And then of course they had irreconcilable differences. It was said that she threw a chicken box at me. And I don't know anything about
she
that.
She threw a chicken box at who?
At Notori.
Oh yeah, that's right.
From Power, whatever.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I could see her doing it, but we're not gonna get into that. So they get into the house, and at this point, I'm just very confused as to what they're trying to do. because it's like you have groups from the 90s and you have groups from that's relatively close to this kind of like decade. So it's like I don't really understand. Everybody's mood is different. Like for instance, we're gonna talk about Pastor Pam, who was She was too. And she's from New York, so I would imagine that she's rowdy respectfully. You know what I mean? Respectfully. She was one of the main ones when Wendy Williams was on the radio station telling everybody, Diddy's new group is broke. She pulled up to the radio station and wanted to fight.
I remember that from the movie. Yeah.
She wanted to fight, and to this day, it just got Miss Williams still in a frenzy to this day. Very scared. I would just imagine that was a very turning point in their careers. You know what I mean? Show like this, and this is my thing. Rep your religion, do whatever you want to do, but baby, there's certain things that I don't personally think was a call from the man upstairs. She goes, they're talking and they get into this disagreement where they want to break up the groups, because it's really one of the things is back in Pam's day, I don't really think you had to dance like that. You just had to have some type of up tempo to get the crowd rocking, moving, get the
hype man, right?
That's all you needed. You didn't have
Flavor Flav.
Right, clocks, all that. You just nothing. Now you need that. You need to be able to dance. You need to be able to have some type of it factor. Singing and talking, that's not going. We need more. we need a circus. We need the girls not giving it to them like they did back then with Pam. You know what I mean? So
right.
Pam and the members from 702. And I don't want to say Nivea because I know Nivea has had a stroke and her voice is still there, but I don't think the dancing part is there. So
right, we didn't know that Nivea had a stroke. At least I didn't know.
Yeah, right, me either. Wow.
She did. So
and how old is she?
Oh, I am not too sure how old.
That's okay. Okay.
I'm gonna pull it up while y'all talk, man. Okay. This is wild because I'd love to see what the age range is.
Yeah.
Right. But the age range, that was one of the things that Felicia and Fallon were talking about. The two members from Cherish, they were like, I don't understand what's going on. They were calling the women aunties and geriatrics.
Wait.
They said geriatrics, and I was confused. I didn't get it.
Stop. Y'all killing me already.
I'm
assuming Pam is the most geriatric of the bunch.
Oh my gosh.
Here's the thing with Fallon and Felicia. The thing is, baby, I looked y'all up and y'all was born in 88. How? You're an aunt too.
Right. Let that childhood go.
Right.
You young, but you ain't no spring chicken now.
You got some seasoning.
Yes, you do. Granted, you look good for your age and you could probably still do the same things that you used to do back in the day when you was in your girl group. A lot of these women can't. So it's like when it came down to seeing the strengths and the weaknesses, dancing happened to be the weakness of older groups. And that's okay because it wasn't a requirement. So I wouldn't expect them to even have that. Now, one of the women from the older generations, which was Shamari, she could keep up. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, she's still in shape. She still keeps herself, together. Now, she may drink a little bit too much, but clearly she's still working out.
We're going to pray for her. It's okay.
But what about Pam and her praying and all of that?
Okay, so this is the thing that gets me. So my thing is, you want to be in a girl group, right? The thing with the girl group is there's a lot of creative ideas that have to come into play, that create this big picture of whatever it is that you want to paint. The thing is with Pam is when they got in the studio with these two music engineers, I can't remember their name, and they were just like, well, what is the vision that you guys have here? And honestly, I was surprised because Megan Thee Stallion, she ain't talking about pushing Daisy. She ain't talking about going to Calvary. She ain't talking about none of that. You know what I'm saying?
About my knees.
Yes, she is talking about she's talking about getting what it is that she needs from these men, whether it be money, whether it be attention, whether it be whatever. That's what Megan Thee Stallion is talking about. City girls. City girls, they're city girls for a reason.
They're all about money.
Hello, city girls. Okay, they're not talking about
Birkins.
Right. That's Cardi B. What you talking about?
Birkins.
That's what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about getting what you want from these men, creating some type of independence for yourself as a woman. That's what's selling records right now. You know what I mean? Sex, it's in high demand. You know what I mean? Now, Pam, if you're not for the fornication, if you're not for the vulgarity of the music, baby. Go home, baby. And
right. Yeah.
Because they in the room, you know, they like, oh, well, what do y'all want to talk about? Pam, the first one, I don't want to talk about sex. And that's it's I get that. First of all, sex wasn't even brought up. We wasn't even talking about that. But you, Pastor Pam, you just wanted us to know right then and there that that's not God's work right there. You don't like that. I get that. So now here come everybody else from 702. Yeah, you know, I'm a married woman. I'm a mother. Baby, how'd you get your child? We need to talk about it. How did you get your child? We need to talk about that. Let's talk about that thing.
Right.
Spicy. That's what we want to know. Shamar, who is also married to a member of New Edition and Bell
Ronnie DeVoe. Mm-hmm.
Right. She is looking at it in a completely different way. She's like, you know what? I could be talking about my husband when I'm talking about these lyrics. You know, I could be singing it and dedicating it to my man.
She's also the one that was having threesomes while she was married and telling her mother-in-law about them. But go ahead.
Oh, you throwing them stones, honey.
Oh, no, that's shade because I don't do that. So I don't have a glass house. So yeah, that's shade. That's not stones. But go ahead.
But you know, but I get it. To like, if you need to pretend, because this is y'all second chance. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already y'all pushing that limit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already a non-girl group. Like,
I mean, 9
members.
It's 9, honey. So
I think En Vogue was the highest number, as far as I know, that actually was successful.
And how many were in that group?
And maybe there was one in the millennial time. I can't remember what the name, but they were like from some American Idol type, you know, thing. But yeah, I don't know. But it was more.
I mean, I totally agree with Zaire. I feel like this is just more for entertainment and ratings for BET. I don't really think they expect anything for real out of this. I mean, come on, y'all. I'm like, this is entertainment.
Yeah. But go ahead, finish telling us because this is hilarious.
I mean, right. So we could get into that. So then Aubrey and I believe Keely had a conversation. Sorry if you guys didn't watch the episode. It's a lot of spoilers, but
spoiler alert.
Keely had a conversation and after they came from the dance little choreography number, which a lot of them did well. You know, it's just a couple of them back in the day that just wasn't keeping up. Okay.
Who didn't keep up?
Baby Pam, you know she wasn't. You know, Pastor Pam wasn't cool like that. That's okay. That's okay, because Jesus don't expect you to dance when you go to your silly dates. He don't expect that, and that's okay.
Oh my God.
You know, that's okay.
Pam about 47, 48, though. Keep it real. Like, for real. Go ahead.
I'm in there with a mask. She's high risk. I need her to go home. I need her to go home, and that's okay. But, you know, they had a conversation where it was we should probably split these groups up. And so they go and they're like, yeah, let's go tell the other ladies about it. Let's have this group. Let's tell the other ladies about it, whatever, right? So they discuss it. And of course, it looks very new generation, old generation, because Aubrey looked at the twins and was like, I vibe with you guys well. I want you on. Okay. And then they said, well, Fallon and Felicia, who do you want? You know they picked Shamari, right? I said, wait a minute. What's going on here? And then, of course, they picked Keely. So now I'm hurt because Nivea has chops. Granted, you can't dance like that, but I would rather have a great singer than a dancer because she don't
exactly
push her to the back. You know what I mean?
Because Mary J. Blige can't dance, and it's a lot of them. She can't dance, but she got chops, baby.
But she is the bomb diggity, right?
Thank you.
You know what I mean? I would love me some Don't Mess With My Man. There's some beats you got. I don't want somebody who could dance. Because 9 times out of 10, you dancing. Are you really giving me your full when you're singing? But anyway,
right.
So now Pam, Irish, and Lamisha, and Nivea just sitting there like, okay, well, you know those kids that don't get picked for dodgeball. That's and that's Pam trying to find the light in it all, and she's like, well, that's okay because you know what? I don't agree, but I'm here because God told me to be. God, this is the thing. God didn't tell you to bring your booty on this show. He didn't tell you to do that. I don't know what he told you. I don't know the conversation that y'all had. I'm pretty sure the one that was very intimate and discreet. But I'm pretty certain that this is not the conversation that Jesus wanted you to have.
Right.
It was like, no, we're gonna break it up, and you know what I mean. I just feel like it's a little divisive, and I feel like it's a little unfair because you're giving them an unfair advantage. You know what I mean? Like you could work with them to a certain extent. You know what I mean?
So who are the groups again? So once they separated it, who are the groups?
Well, see, here's the thing. Keely came on the show and said she didn't want to be a doo-wop pop girl. She said she wanted to
she was Tamar. No doo-wop pop. Got it.
She said she wanted to be a creative director, and the 2 twins from Cherish just was, who are you creative directing? I've worked with Justin Bieber. I've worked with
my God.
And she's like, I don't need this. Sounds like I don't need this. My sister just found out she's a millionaire, and Aubrey's like, how does that work? I don't see millionaire either because if I was a millionaire, I don't think I would be on BET fighting for my own.
Thank you.
Facts.
I don't see
that. Keely is friends with Raven. Let's not they just did a Come to Jesus live maybe last summer, I think. Keely and Raven to talk about whatever went on with the Cheetah Girls, and and she made it very clear that she still had a problem with what's the girl that's on The Real?
Adrian.
Yeah, with Adrian. Okay, so they're still she's I mean I got some vibes when I was watching the live between Raven and her. But go ahead.
I mean, are we still holding on beef from when y'all was singing I'm really tired of those broken promises? Baby, you gotta let that go. You're a mom. All y'all have moved on. You're a mom, you're married, she's married on a national television, baby. Let that go. But I digress. But that's really what the show is about. And I don't know. I mean, even if the girl group doesn't happen, which I don't know.
You already know it's not gonna happen. This is breaking the band 35. Come on. Making the band 35. Come on now.
Right.
And Making a Band hasn't really made it. But I don't know if you guys used to watch BET back in the day. Probably, of course. And
yes.
I didn't know it. And I'm watching the show with my friend, and he knew who this person was. I don't know who Sita is from Sita's World.
Who?
Exactly. It's I don't know. What? I don't know. But Sita is this little cartoon that used to be on BET, and she used to have music videos, and she is on the show as well.
Is she a real person or is she a cartoon character? I'm confused.
She's a cartoon.
So how is she on the show with real people? I'm so confused.
She was basically just telling them y'all have 30 days to figure it out. Basically, just letting them know this is what it is. You know what I mean? Y'all have 30 days to figure it out. You're in this house, and at the end of the 30 days, you have to put on this bomb performance. And
for who?
Girl, for us the people, but we don't want that.
I mean, we don't even know that it's happening. I mean, they're pushing it, they're promoting it. So now we know, and we have you from Gen Z. I know you want to claim millennial, but Gen Z. I
Okay,
mean,
wait. Before we go any further, break that down for me real quick, Stacey. Gen Z, millennial. What's the difference? What's the
okay.
time frame?
So okay, we're Gen X, and a generation is 20 years. And so we're Gen X. So I didn't look up Gen X because I'm just like, that's what the hell I am. And that's it. So I didn't look up, I know. But millennials, which are also known as Gen Y. Currently, they're 23 to 38 years old, and they were born between 1981 and 1996.
Oh, wait, what you mean 6?
Yeah, that's that's what the research shows. So Gen Z, it was born between 1997 and 2012. So right now, the oldest portion of the oldest sector of Gen Z finished college by 2020. And Gen Z is also known as the most ethnically diverse. They were the ones that were literally raised on social media and the internet. Millennials they had part of their life where they weren't, technology based, and then part where they were. And so they kind of got that Gen X, a little bit of that Gen X, experience where we didn't have social media and internet and all that. So yeah, that's kind of
Okay. Well, it's all good. At the end of the day, I like I said, I don't want to confuse myself anymore than I already am. Right. But but I love the perspective that they bring, because I'm telling you, my kids, I try to. They don't think there's anything cool about what I do. So they're clearly a totally different generation.
No. So Zaire, tell it, like, why do you? Because from my understanding, Gen Zers don't like millennials. Like, there's been this unspoken, well, no, it's very spoken, let me not say that. There's been this whole tension between Gen Zers and millennials. So as a true Gen Zer, like, you're choosing to represent for the millennials. Why?
Because Gen Z, they wasn't, no, like, these are the kids that was eating Tide Pods. Please don't link me.
That's true.
Did you say eating Tide Pods?
No, I just read a tweet about that. Like, it's a whole thing.
That
like,
was some stupid stuff going on when I heard about that. I'm like, y'all tripping. What in the world is going on?
Now, which generation ate the Tide Pods? Millennials, right?
No.
Oh, Gen Z.
Yeah, they ate.
Okay.
So that's why you're identifying with millennials.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
Which I'm identifying with the ones that's not eating the Tide Pod. Right, the ones that's not eating the Tide Pod. So you see where it cut off. What cut off at 96?
The 96. That was millennials. Gen Y.
Yeah, that's me. Cut me there.
I mean, it's not, but okay.
Put me right in there with them. Because
you want to cuss? I mean, but what is it? Why is there this tension between those two generations? Because you really don't find that. Like, Gen X doesn't have a problem with baby boomers. Like, it is what it is. So why is there tension between y'all? Y'all grew up at the same time, technically. Almost.
Did we really? I mean, did we really? Like, I mean, I just can't agree with some of the stuff that they would do. Like, somebody born in 99, we have nothing to discuss. Like, have a different mindset, and that's okay. You know what I mean? That's totally okay. You think eating Tide Pods is cool? That's okay. That's okay for you.
But wait a minute, because I found I was looking at the beef, the tweets about the beef between the two generations. And Dad at Regal Fool says, I hate when millennials are like, okay, at least we didn't eat Tide Pods, laughing face, as if they weren't the people planking on balconies. So, I mean, in other words, all the generations do sugar honey iced tea. That is crazy. And it is what it is.
That's also true. I remember a lot of stuff. We used to plank. What else did we do? I'm pretty sure there was a point in time when we were drinking hand sanitizer to get some type of
what? Oh my gosh.
I don't even
Are you freaking kidding me? Are you
we
kidding
didn't
me?
even grow up with hand sanitizer. We grew up with soap and water.
And alcohol, baby. Thank you.
Baby. and peroxide.
Right. That's what we use. But I mean, what I do appreciate from you, Zaire, is your perspective on these groups of, people that were in our generation, and you have a really good, your take on what they're going through and this whole thing with this reality show. I mean, you have a really good perspective on it, whether you knew them or whether they were a part of your generation or not. So, like,
and finish it up, because I kind of interrupted. I'm sorry. Finish up your entertainment report of Encore.
Because how many? So the season just started. Is that where are we with this season of Encore?
Yes. So first, let me say thank you because I like music from the 90s. You know what I mean?
Cool.
Okay. I like them all. I like everything. I like me a little Tina Marie and everything. So I have a appreciation for the arts.
Yes, a broad palette. Yes.
So it just started last week. So if you're Eastern time, it would be 10 p.m. every Wednesday on BET. Or I don't watch cable, so I watch it online. So whenever you find time to watch it online.
Okay.
So today will be the second episode, and I can't wait to watch it. I can't wait for the drama. It's exciting because it's just a lot of hoorah, and Nivea's in the back eating rice cakes. It's
Wait a minute. Tell us about the rice cake thing.
So the two twins, Fallon and Felicia, get in an argument with the two women from 702, Irish and Lamisha, because they were I think Lamisha felt some type of way when she was talking to Fallon and Felicia. They came off kind of rude. And Keely was like, do you not know like who these women are? Like, you need to have some type of respect. Like, they paved the way for you. You know what I mean? And they were like, no, I don't know who this is. Like,
wow.
So Lamisha gets up and she's like, I'm Lamisha. And it's like, yeah, girl, you need to, I don't know, first of all, the thing is, don't come in here acting like your group didn't fail just like everybody else. Baby.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Thank you.
I mean, facts. Yeah, Mary J ain't there. Facts. Beyonce ain't there. Kelly ain't there. Right.
Thank you.
Right. Your group has failed. And that's okay. Take that L, just like everybody else. You see Pam there. She's taking that L, baby. Take that L. You know what I mean? But it's just like, I don't know. But I don't even know where I was going with this.
The rice cakes.
Yes. So they're arguing about that. And Nivea is just so unbothered. She's like, she's going through the pantries like, where's the food? Like, she's literally in the back, like just looking for food. She literally finds the pantry and she's like, oh my God, I'm so glad they got rice cakes. So she's in the corner eating the rice cakes as this whole argument. Like, Felicia left the house at this point. They were like, we don't need this. She went back in the pantry and got a little Quest cookie. I mean, shout out to you. If you're going to snack, baby, do it in a caloric, smart way. She's eating rice cake. My girl is trying to look good for these next 30 days. She's trying to drop the pounds because when she get back on the stage, the girls is not going to be able to take Miss Nivea, okay?
Oh my God.
She's not going to be able to take Miss Nivea, okay? You know what I mean?
She's
not there for the jokes. She's not there. She is there to get that check, get that. And even if the group doesn't work, at least people from my generation who don't know who some of these people are, they're getting some type of song. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, they're getting some type of
a history lesson.
Right, because some streams, you know, some songs. I don't know if we're listening to Total, but you know,
Total has some hits. Like, don't play Total like that, because Total has some hits.
They had some hits. Yeah, they had some hits, man.
They were big with Biggie, weren't they? Didn't they do some stuff with Biggie? Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were. They did. They did. I think they were on one of his tracks, or he did a hook on their track. Something.
Yeah. Can't you see? Yeah. That was my jam. Can't you see?
Oh man.
Yes, baby. Let me tell you, Total was the joy back then.
That was a Freaknik track right there, baby. Oh, we rolled out on that one.
I know. So y'all youngins missing that.
Discovering it. Yeah, y'all discovering that stuff that we rolled out to that. You know.
I don't know. Now I don't know what the heck. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know a song from Danity Kane.
Me either. And I'll be straight up. I don't either.
702
show.
What does 702 sing?
Show. I don't remember any songs, any tracks from Danity Kane. Straight up.
Okay, like sis, what is that? What does 702 sing?
They sing that song with the 808s. Isn't that the song?
Okay, so that was the 808 people. Yeah. No, I love 808s. I'll be going boom like an 808 or something like that. I can't sing at all.
I can't remember.
But I love that song. Yeah. That song knocks today.
Yeah,
that song knocks today. So okay, so let's talk. Okay, what do they sing? So we don't know what Danity Kane sings. So we know we already admit that. Now, what group was Shamari in?
Black. She was in Black.
Now, what was their popular song?
Look, hello. Look, I'm Googling as y'all talk because I remember the
BLAQUE if I remember correct.
Yeah, and I remember. Let's see. I remember the name, and I bet they had a hit that.
No. Okay, so Black is the one that sang 808.
Oh no, yeah, Black.
Yeah, Black sang 808. Okay. So now 702.
Let me look them up real quick.
What? I feel crazy. So old. I'm like, oh my God.
I don't even have to look them up, man. Let me see. 702 hits.
But I remember one of the 702 members died, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Are you serious?
Her sister. She was a twin. It was her twin. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I was gonna say, yeah. No, one of them died.
Yeah.
So whose twin was it? It was Camila, right? The sister of Irish.
Yeah.
Or who died?
No, I think it was.
Yes. Who's still alive? Who's on the show?
So it's Irish and Lamisha.
So that means Camila is the one that passed.
Yeah, she had cancer.
Okay, that part I do remember.
Oh, okay. I'm playing the video on YouTube. Where my girls at?
Front to back. Am I feeling that? Okay.
Yes.
Put one up. Can you repeat that? I know. I'm sorry.
All right.
I can't sing, y'all. I know that.
Either.
However, because I'm feeling that, I'm like, okay, I get it.
So that was 702. Okay, cool. All right.
Okay, so I think we know everybody. Now, this cherished people. You said they sing what now?
Unappreciated.
Okay.
That song. If you hear it, you're gonna be like, "Oh, that's them."
I wish we could play it a little bit because I don't remember it now. Okay, so who else is it? So Nivea, and what does Nivea sing?
Don't mess with my man. I really don't want to bring it to you.
Hey,
okay. That was the lick right there.
Yes, I remember that.
That was a good one.
Okay. So who else we got on this show? I mean, because we don't know where Danity Kane sing.
Yes, we do.
I don't know a song from Danity Kane.
I don't.
I know the people. I know Dawn Richardson. I know Aubrey, whatever her last name is. And I know D Woods. That's all I know about Danity Kane.
When I first saw the reality show when Puff Daddy came, I just thought it was just some, I wasn't feeling it even then. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I remember watching. I remember them having to walk to the cheesecake. What's the cheesecake place in New York that he made them walk to? Zai?
Junior?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember. Yeah,
I remember him making them walk to, like from Jersey to New York or New York to Jersey, whatever.
Right.
Yeah, like it was like that was when Lorianne Gibson, Boom Cat Girl. Boomcack Woman at this point was on there.
Right.
Like, yeah, I remember that. Okay. So yeah. So what are they trying to accomplish here, sis?
Yeah, at the end of the day, what is the goal, right?
At the end of the day, I guess they're trying to show that they still have talent, and that they were probably stifled on because of the demise of their groups. Unfortunately, and I believe it was 702. One of the members from 702. I want to say it was Irish, and she was like, the fame came like that, and it was crazy that just as fast as it came, it left. She was like, I wish I would have knew that it would have never been that long lasting. She made a
Yeah.
joke. If I would have did, I would have never got my boobs done. But it's true because you're everything's moving so fast. It's contract money, it's record deals, and before you know it, it's all over. You know what I mean?
Right.
Irreconcilable differences.
That's the thing that's kind of scary about this whole thing, because these are women that are kind of, some of them are close to our age, and so they get caught up in the. I mean, well, I saw one that's 41, 42, and all
Pam
of that.
is older than us. Let's get that straight.
But the thing that is crazy is that the people that brought them into the industry did not explain to them that it doesn't matter how much talent you have to have some kind of sustainability, or you got to stack them coins, because it can end literally, overnight. You're an overnight sensation. And with all the girl groups that were coming out around that time, because everybody's trying to compete with like TLC and Destiny's Child. And so it was a tough market around that time. It was some good music being made. These girls were very talented.
I mean, but they weren't pioneers. Like, when I think of pioneers in girl group terms, I think of the Good Girls, which you gotta dig in the crates to understand the Good Girls. You know what I'm saying? But I think of the Good Girls. I think of En Vogue.
Yeah. Right. Yes.
I think of, who else was a good girl group back then? I mean, TLC, like you said.
Right.
Shout out to TLC. That was the first famous people that I ever saw in person, and the first concert I ever went to. Right. But yeah, like, I mean, there weren't a lot of successful girl groups.
Yeah, even though they had the talent. What'd you say, Zaire?
The thing is, like, the funny thing is with TLC is I definitely I see them as pioneers. And the only reason I say that they're pioneers is because they really shed a light on the real honest truth of this industry. They were pioneers and they were broke.
Right.
They were broke.
Yeah.
Right? And like, you're like, oh my God, TLC, you guys are making so much money. You guys have flashy cars, and you're doing this, and you're winning Grammys. You are getting recognized for your talent, and you're broke.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you talk about even 702 or even Total 2, you were broke. And I feel like that's something that wasn't discussed. You know what I'm saying? So
it's shady, man.
Yes.
But the music industry itself is shady. And so I don't know if y'all, like, I love documentaries on Netflix. And so one of the documentaries that I started watching on Netflix was, I think, Hip Hop Uncovered. Mm-hmm. And Hip Hop Uncovered is, when I say the truth. Now,
I have to check that out.
Yes, like, okay, I live with a 15-year-old who absolutely loves Nicki Minaj. I don't get it. I mean, yeah, she cute and all that. I get it, but I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just not my generation. That's y'all little girls. Or y'all young ladies. I don't know Gen Z's out here. You let me know. That's your niece. But, but watching that documentary, which is on Hulu, and seeing people that I know, like Deb Antney, seeing Waka Flocka, seeing her life, Deb Antney's life, and seeing how important, like, we look at growing up hip hop. At least I do. Zaire, I don't know if you watch it. Shell, I don't know if you watch it, but I love growing up hip hop, and and I love Waka Flocka and Tammy. I love them. So watching it, but not really understanding. At one point, not understanding their influence and how Deb Antney became Deb Antney. Like, that particular documentary goes through her entire life and goes through the life of hip hop and the ins and out of hip hop. It is freaking amazing. Like you really understand the music industry and what these people have to go through to get any type of notoriety.
Wow.
Like what they have to go through. The hip hop that we see just as consumers, let me tell you, ain't nowhere near. Like it's a whole, we talk about a hierarchy, who you got, kissing the ring, whose ring you got to kiss, like it's a whole subculture or underground subculture that we don't even understand.
Wow.
So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's it. Go ahead. Look, go ahead, Gen Zer.
I mean, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I get that. My trainer, I don't mean to be putting your business out there like that, girl, but my she was the first woman signed to Def Jam. So like sometimes right. We discuss it. And when I first found out who she was, because clearly I'm not from that time, so I didn't know who she was. And I'm just like, to me, she's just my trainer, like just this regular hip, lady. And she's like, yeah, no. And it just baffled me because I'm like, why not? And it's like, it's a lot of politics that's in music. It's a lot of politics. It's a lot of stuff that you wouldn't understand that she just got tired of. So it's crazy when you think about it, the stuff that you have to go through, and then the stuff that you get out of it versus the stuff that you have to go through. I feel like it's kind of almost pointless. I mean, if you think about it, because it's what these women like Total and 702, this is what 20, 30 years later, and you're on BET looking for a chance to regain some type of notoriety. I don't know. I mean, you're still a legend, but it's like I've never.
You don't have the coins. I think you're a legend. You'll always have that notoriety, but where's the money? You know what I mean? Where's the money? Yeah.
All those music videos. Like some people, when your manager wants to be all up in your music videos, dancing.
Oh, that's where you want to go. The South got something to say. Hold on. Let me outcast that. The South got something to say.
I'm just saying.
I think a lot of these girls got caught up. Yeah, these girls got caught up in some really bad contracts, and they didn't have a lot of guidance. They had nobody helping them to manage their money. And the thing is, they never know and understand that at some point it's going to come to an end. And the money they had could have been invested and, really have taken, but they're not told that. It's just riding the wave at the moment until the wave's over. And guess what? The producer's still out there doing his thing. He's going to the next group, and Puff still doing his thing. He's still talking about he rocking for the culture and the community. But what about all the groups you've left behind that are broke and not doing anything? I mean, come on, dude. Come on.
I mean, look at Craig Mack.
Man.
I mean,
right.
There was someone else.
What's your boy, Black Rob?
Yeah.
Black Rob said, Black Rob just died. He was like, he had child support up to his eyeballs, and he had one of the biggest hits on the hip hop side of Puffy's label. So come on, man.
Yeah, I think everybody learned their lesson about Puff Daddy, P Diddy, and whatever he changes his alias to. Yeah, the game in general.
I think the game in general. Yeah, I think all the producers, they're in the pockets of these large distributors. Black companies, black record companies are still having to go to large white-owned distributors to have their. But now with the internet, you can actually sell 1 million MP3 downloads without needing a major distributor now. You know what I'm saying? So we in a whole different arena, and I just hope everybody takes advantage of the fact that, because that's what your boy did. What's your boy? I can't think of his name, but that's how he got his notoriety. He refused a record deal. Not Soldier. Soldier Boy was
Oh.
one of them. He got big on YouTube and social media. He did eventually sign a major contract. But what's your Chase? Chase. What's your boy?
Chance the rapper.
Chance the rapper. And I'm kind of out of the loop. But this dude
I
built
know,
his
right?
own.
She's like Chase. I'm like, what, bank?
Exactly.
Hold on now.
Hold on. The reason why I said Chase, because I actually did a website for a homeboy of mine. His name is Chase Rose. And
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm trying to help him like understand that, dude, if you can't get a record deal, man, sell your MP3s, make your money, and pay your bills. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but at the end of the day, that's what these women are trying to do. They're trying to pay their bills. Like if you're on a reality show, and Zaire, I know you guys grew up kind of in a reality show atmosphere. Mm-hmm. Like so what you're seeing, well, let me ask this question first. From your perspective, what are the top 3 major issues that your generation is facing today?
In terms of
life.
Oh, life. I think social media, and I think social media in terms of it correlating with mental health is definitely a major problem, because I don't remember if you remember, Stacey, I was telling you last week, like these people, and not even these people, there are tons of people my age, even your age, who are trying to live up to this persona on Instagram, when it's like that's not your life at all.
Right. We talked about that show. Yeah.
Right. Like you're trying to keep up this life like you're living, you living with the Joneses.
Large.
That's not you. And you're doing it for an audience that doesn't even know you.
Right.
Like, you're doing it for an audience who doesn't even know you. You're doing it for an audience who is just nosy. And also you're doing it for an audience who's looking at you thinking that this is the way life is supposed to be. So when your life is out like this, it's like, what am I doing wrong? You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So, what am I doing wrong? Why doesn't my life look like this? Like there's this girl who's younger than me and and it's just like, it's crazy. Like, for example, like YouTube couples. Like I'm that generation that was just big on YouTube couples. Like you're just showing your relationship on Instagram or YouTube for this matter. And of course you're getting a check. So,
right.
You know what I mean? So that's one. But then it's like there's also the drama part of it too. Like I don't know if you guys know Chris and Queen or Queen and Clarence at this point.
No.
But
so do you know?
I don't know, but do tell. That's how big the world is. That's how much content is out there that I can't keep up with everything. But please tell me. Tell me more. Who are these people?
For example, they were a YouTube couple, Queen and Chris, and they just started like on. Like,
I'm sorry, is that a man and a woman?
Yes, Queen.
Okay. Gotcha. You know, we have to ask nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay. And they got notoriety just for being like this power couple, and they started doing YouTube. But then after a while, I want to say around like 2018-ish, it was and everything. They got married really, really young, like really young, because Queen wound up getting pregnant, and her mom was just like, like, I know you're young, but you're not gonna have a baby out of wedlock. Like this is not okay. So they wound up getting married and struggling, and to us, it looked like they were like the perfect YouTube family. Like they had it all. Like they had the kid, they had the house, they had the cars, they had the clothes. But he was abusing her. You know what I mean? Like it was. We
talked about that show,
right? Like he was abusing her. It was this big thing where we were just confused, because it was just like one day it was just like, wait, girl, you was happy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right. Now it's YouTube. I don't want to tell you guys, but me and Chris is broken up, and it's just like, wait a minute, hold on. We was rooting for you. We was all rooting for you.
Right.
You know? And now, of course, they're not together, and their business, I feel like something that should be sacred because you have a child together, is on just like the internet. So like they're going through a custody battle with their son because he gets in relationships with women, and they have you guys used to watch My Wife and Kids, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
With Keenan Wayans, not Keenan, but the other one, Damon
Right.
Wayans. Yes, and Tisha Campbell. Right.
Right. So, Chris was dating, baby Katie.
Oh wow.
Right, was dating baby Katie, and everybody was just confused, like, like what, like, how are y'all even in the same thing? But that was after Queen had came out with these allegations that he was abusing her and everything, and then Parker came out too. Her name is Parker
McKenna.
Right. And he was abusing her too, and it's just like,
wait a minute, Parker McKenna was getting abused?
Yes, ma'am, she sure was by me.
Oh my God. Wait, now Parker McKenna plays on this show that I really like with Lauren London, and I don't know the other people, but I know Lauren London. It comes on BET. Have you seen that show? It's about basketball, and Lauren London is the wife of a big time basketball player. Yeah, well, Parker McKenna plays on that show that comes on BET. It's something about a game, something about the game. It has game in the title, but yeah, no, I mean, she's still acting. She's still out there.
I'm happy for her, because after that incident with Chris, I would hope so. It was tragic, but I feel like that's a problem. Social media and the appearances to keep up with it.
Okay, so that's number one. What's number two?
I think dating would have to be one too. Dating would have to be a problem. Absolutely.
What are men looking for now? What are you finding? Because we old birds that's married and with kids and everything. What are these men looking for?
And what are y'all looking for?
What's out there? What is it looking like out there?
Oh, well,
but congrats on flipping the game and making the men think that they supposed to pay. I don't know if I'm saying congrats or like, I don't know.
I definitely
it's crazy.
That you should be, but that's just how I feel, because at the end of the day, you got to think about it. Like, if you're being honest, men are not scared to ask you for anything, so why should you be scared to ask them for anything?
Right.
Well, dang. Okay.
I shouldn't have to ask you for anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I shouldn't have to. That should automatically be a given. Not off rip, because you don't want to make it seem like that's what you're there for, of course. But make it seem like you actually want to be with the man and not just with his wallet.
Right.
But I definitely think that.
Well, don't make it seem like that. Like, actually don't be there for his wallet. I mean, but go ahead.
I mean, let's be honest. You don't have to have the biggest wallet, but you can't come here with the smallest wallet either. You know what I mean?
Right. Because then eventually, because if you're faking the funk, then eventually I'm going to have to start paying for everything. So now I feel you on that. No, there has to be standards.
There has to be something. You know what I mean? Because when these PPP loans run out, are you still going to...
Not the PPP loans.
Like, what are you offering? You know what I mean?
Right.
But, like, these men out here, I know these wasn't the men that was building houses for our grandmamas back in the day. Like,
definitely not. Are you looking for a black man, or are you interested in possibly dating outside of your race?
See, here's the thing. I love me a black man. My daddy is a black man.
And me too. Yes.
Facts. We share the same dad, so yeah.
My daddy is a black man. I have uncles that are black men.
Facts.
I don't see myself dating, because you know what it is? I feel like with certain things as a black woman, because I went to a PWI, and I feel like that's where I really...
So did we.
Yes, but that's where I realized I appreciated the black man more, because I live in New York. Clearly, I live in Harlem, so I feel like I wasn't appreciating the black man enough because I was just used to it. So I went to PWI, and I seen these white women fawning over the characteristics of this black man. It was just like, hold on, honey, like, they're not going out of style. Like, they're not going out of style. And it also made me kind of not like, I was a little self-conscious, only because white women, when you go to a PWI, they kind of make it hard for your dating scene as well. Because it's like, I feel like, and this is probably going to sound really wrong, but I feel like white women allow black men to do certain things where black women are not.
I totally believe that. I totally agree with that. And that's the thing I think has kind of ruined a lot of our opportunities to be able to establish the right type of relationship, because the thing is what we want is not going to change. And
Mm-hmm.
so the man has to get in line, and it's not saying that we don't have to get in line with some things too, but it's
We
like,
do,
no,
right?
you know, right, you can't just, oh well, I'm going to go to the white woman because she's, you know, agreeable, she you know, lets me get away with anything. And I'm sorry, you can't get that here. You know what I mean? There's a standard that you want me to live up to. There's a way you want me to look out in public. You don't want me looking and shaming our family, our relationship. Then there's certain things I expect from you as well. And I'm just wondering, where are things at with that particular type of relationship? I just don't know where, you know, like I said, I'm 44 years old. I don't know what, you know, you guys are going through, and what these men that you are courting or that are courting you, what are their goals? Are they looking for marriage? Are they looking for family? Are they looking to build? Are they looking for the 50-year, you know, long-term relationship? What
That's
are
a
they
good
looking for?
question.
That is a great question. And it's funny because a lot of my friends, a lot of my best friends, we always have this conversation. Like, we definitely believe in marriage. And I feel like when it comes to marriage, I'm very, I would say, old fashioned. Like, I don't believe in shacking up. I'm not living with you before we get married. I just feel like
Right.
that.
Okay.
Oh, that's sweet. You didn't get that from your sister, because I actually did check up. But I'm very proud of you for making that decision.
Yes,
Yeah. It's good to know. Yeah.
right. So it's different, but I just don't believe that. I feel like that contributes to a man's comfortability.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
but
ain't the cow before you getting the milk before you buy the cow.
right, it's like we living together. I'm doing your laundry for what?
Right.
No, I ain't doing that. No,
Right.
I'm deal with boundaries, right?
Like, you can leave whenever you want, and it's like, I just, like, what? No,
Yeah.
it sucks, because then when the next man comes along and is willing to give me what I wanted from you, I'm gonna be not as reluctant to give it to you. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. No,
So,
that's good. That's good. Yeah.
but a lot of my friends, we do talk about it. We talk about wanting to get married, and you know, still believing that Prince Charming is out there. But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. You can't just meet somebody and be like, this is perfect. You're my husband. This is great. You have to be somebody's boyfriend. And I feel like we don't get there. There's a lot of situationships. We don't get courted.
Right.
That's a new term, situationships.
Yes.
What is that? Can you define what is, because for us, situationships meant dating, meaning, or talking, meaning we are like we're talking, you know, we're getting to know each other, we're going out on dates and all of that, and we're not exclusive necessarily, but we are, you know, spending a lot of our time, or the majority of our time, together. So what is a situationship?
I think a situationship depends on the type of it's the type of boundaries that you have with that person as well. Because my definition of a situationship would mean that you're with the person and y'all not together, y'all are talking, and y'all been talking for a while, but there's just no title. But there's also boundaries on your situationship. So one situationship may look different from another situationship. There may be a situationship where you guys are completely exclusive. Like, y'all can only talk to each other because y'all want to see where this goes and see if this is really what you want. Like, y'all have been talking for some time and y'all realize y'all want to talk to each other exclusively to see if y'all want.
Why is that not in a relationship? I'm confused. Like, if you decide you want to be with someone exclusively, like back in our day, I don't know, Michelle, help me if I'm wrong, but back in our day, it was kind of like, okay, so once we get to that point of exclusivity, it's, will you be my girlfriend? Circle yes or no, you know? And so, yes, I'm your girlfriend. So now we're exclusive and we're in a relationship that's moving, that's progressing and moving towards the next level.
Well, no, I mean, yeah, definitely. Because the thing is, I think we wanted to define what it was. I'll be straight up honest with you. When I was in college and up until the time I actually got married, I was not looking for a boyfriend. It was very clear. Hey, we just kicking it. Let's have fun. Let's do our thing. It was cool with me. But yeah, when it was time to actually say what this is, it became completely exclusive. I never stepped out on my husband. I knew what I wanted, and I explained to him what I wanted. So yeah, there was not really a situationship for me, because everybody knew what the deal was. If we are boyfriend and girlfriend,
we're
this
exclusive.
is a set thing.
I'm not stepping out on you.
So when I started snapping and going off because you cheated, I have a right to, because I thought I was your exclusive primary
Loyalty.
girl.
Right.
Definitely. And
So are
this
you
is
saying?
yeah.
Go ahead. No,
No, I was
I'm
just gonna
just
say
so
this kind of taking us into a whole nother and I mean Zaire, you gotta come back and
you
join us,
gotta
man.
come back, yeah,
Yeah, because
because
we
this
like
is
an hour into this, and it's like, even though we got a little bit off topic, because I love your commentary, man. You
yes.
girl, wait, what you gotta come back and holler at us. Because I really want to dig into this really millennial relationship thing for real though,
Gen
because the thing
Z,
is,
like, okay,
yeah,
let's say
and Gen
Gen
okay,
Z.
look at you. You gonna keep talking about that.
That's
It Gen Z.
that's my baby sister.
This
So
ain't no
I'm gonna
this
call her
ain't no
out.
millennial.
Yes.
Thank you. This ain't no
The same
millennial.
way I
This
call you
Gen Z.
out,
Thank you. And
friend.
it's all good. That's why we do this. But because I would love to have your perspective on a few of the topics that we've covered in our last few podcasts about, girls that have gotten caught up in relationships, a girl that got, killed and her whole Facebook, kind of similar to what you're saying, where everything looked, really normal on her Facebook page. 6 months prior, she was talking about her engagement, and her boyfriend ended up, like her fiance ended up shooting and killing her 6 months later. So
how do y'all deal with that?
Yeah, so we talked about how things look one way on social media, but on the other end, it's just a whole different ball game. And this, girl was, kind of in that same type of generation, not to mention many others. And so, like I said, man, I'd love to have you back just to, give us the end, because I'm asking questions. I'm really like, what are y'all doing out there now? What do they say? How do you date? What
And
are you
especially
drinking? What are you
providing us
smoking?
with that and an entertainment report, because baby,
I like
your
that.
rendition of
It's
your
on. I could just sit
commentary
here and just
on
listen.
Encore makes me want to go and watch that. Like right now, I want to go watch it. I want to see Pam's hallelujahs
That's what
and praise God.
Look, wink, wink. That's why I'm kind of trying to shut it down, because I really want to go catch the first episode so I can know what's up for this new episode that's coming on tonight.
Yes.
Because if we can do like little short segments where we hit that and then get your perspective. If you have friends that may think are good and may want to chime in, we just want to connect with other females. We are older. And talk and have these discussions, because like I said, we got some crazy things going on in our culture and in our community that we, Stacey and I are very concerned about. And that's why we started this podcast. We're talking about Black love and relationships. We want to promote Black love and relationships, but we also have to highlight the issues too.
Yes. And we want to talk about it across how these issues affect us as a Black community, across demographics, across how do these issues transcend age? How do they transcend, just generation? Like, how can we all come to the table and start to really talk about solutions to our issues, so that when we as Generation X, when we get to those ages, now as the baby boomers are 70, 80, 90 years old, how do we ensure that we're leaving a better place for Zaire, for Gen, for millennials, for Gen Z? Have we poured everything into them that we can pour into them? And that is, it actually is an exchange of information. It's not just we're pouring into them. They actually need to pour into us too. Like, we need to also try to see things from their perspective. If we're going to be innovative and we're going to really, create change and be change agents, we need to learn how to learn from each other and base our forward progression and our strategies on everybody, on everybody's perspective, and how can we meet everybody's needs. So that's why it's important that we talk to Zaire, and we bring in the millennial and the Gen Z perspective, and the Gen X and the baby boomer perspective. Like, we all need to come together. That's the only way we're going to progress as a Black community, period.
Right. So like I say, you are welcome. We'll definitely anytime you're welcome anytime, because me and Stacey, we go on we try to get in 2-3 podcasts, 4,
we probably
5.
get in more than that.
However many we can get in a week, because we find topics and
we
like,
working.
Oh girl, we need to talk about this.
We building.
We need to talk about this tonight. And so We're just trying to get content and get it out there. So I appreciate you, man. You so cute.
Yes,
we gotta get
you
on
are
camera. See,
that's
now
my baby
Zaya
sister.
now we gotta get on camera. Now we gotta get on camera and make sure we looking cute. So
I know.
I
But
appreciate you
she's
coming on,
representing us
chick.
for right now. Zaza, you're our baby. You're representing us for right now. We're not on
Thank you,
camera.
sweetie.
I promise y'all we cute. Like I promise y'all we cute.
Go to my Facebook page. You'll see that. But it's like when we go on and we do these late night combos, I'm like, do I have to be cute right now?
I know. It's just, but you know what? Here's the thing. It doesn't matter. I think I saw a video on one of the reels on Instagram with a girl, and she had on like her bonnet and, was in her pajama, whatever. But she was in her house, so who cares?
Yeah.
But she was just like, I'm not doing all that. Like, I'm going to say what the hell I got to say because what I'm saying is real. And if you can't take what I'm saying with being looking like this, you can only accept what I'm saying if I look like this Barbie doll, representation of Black women, kiss my butt. Like, and so that's what we need to do. We need to just be like, you know what, it is what it is. This is how I look. I'm sitting in my suburban ass house, with my Bombay Sapphire tonight. Usually I do my Pinot Grigio, but tonight I'm doing Bombay Sapphire. It is what it is, and tonic. I'm a little classy, but we're doing this again, all for the culture.
Period. Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah.
We're trying to unify our community. That's it. And so yes, Zaire, we love you. Well, I love you. I mean, you're my sister. So that means that Michelle automatically loves you because you're my sister.
Stacey's my sister.
Because I love her sisters automatically.
We've been dogs for over 20 years. So we've been doing this. So yeah, if you're joining us and you're hearing us going on and on, drop your comments. Let us know what you think. Please like, subscribe, share this content. If you have ideas and things that you'd like us to discuss, please email us at info@raindropconvos.com. Visit raindropconvos.com to take the love language quiz that we have there. Find out what your love language is, man. Your love language for yourself, how to love on yourself. Are you a person that likes quality time, acts of service, or, whatever the other ones are? Those are the two that those are the only two that I remember. But go take the survey.
Gifts,
we love y'all.
Quality time, acts of service, affection or touch or something like that.
Yeah. Physical touch and all that. So go check out the quiz. Thanks for joining us. And I think we're coming back tomorrow, right, Stacey? We're gonna hit something tomorrow, right?
I'm pretty sure we are.
I got the whole day open wide.
But I'm thinking that Wednesday is going to be our wind down Wednesdays, and that's going to be our entertainment report. So look forward to seeing more Zaza. I'll call her Zaza.
Zaza, let us know what the next topic will be. We're going to let that be your thing. You let us know what's popping and what's a good topic to cover.
In Generation Z Millennial world.
Exactly. Well, we are looking
because we definitely need to know more about this whole dating thing. I'm interested in the whole social media and the language of social media and what it means now. Yes.
Yeah, because when all these text messages start coming through from my baby girl,
oh my God,
my daughter that's 11, 12 years old, I need to know what they talking about. I need to know what all this TTY, TTL.
Yes.
I don't know what this stuff means.
Yes, and especially when I'm getting, I'm on social media, on Instagram, and I'm getting messages to be a sugar baby. Like I need my little sister to explain to me, well, what exactly does that mean and why? Like I don't pay attention to it. Let me say that, but I still want to know what it means.
Right? Should I be offended? Should I be worried?
Right? Or should I be thinking like, well, wait a minute, you gonna give me $3,000 a week to be cute? I'm just kidding. I would not do that. But I do need my younger people, my little sister to explain what all of this crap is and what it means and what are the hidden meanings and symbolisms in this whole social media frenzy or craze that we're in. Yes.
Right. Well, it's all good. And we are definitely looking forward to the next report coming from our girl Zaza. And
now, let me ask this question. what are your recommendations? Because now we know that we are going to now go to BET Encore.
Yes.
What we are going to watch that now, like that. It is what it is. We are now interested. So, what else can you give us any more recommendations of what we can be watching on Netflix, or what shows we can be looking out for that are really just speaking to you right now, your generation right now?
So of course the Encore, I've seen it because it was all over TikTok. I don't watch TV, so that's how I found out about it, and I was just intrigued.
Get rid of those cable bills, parents.
Yeah, because I don't watch TV either, so that's why I didn't.
Get rid of those cable bills. I'm so sorry, AT&T and Comcast, but go ahead.
I hate it, but right now I am watching this funny show on Netflix called The Upshaws.
Oh my God, hilarious.
Yes, with Kim Fields.
Hilarious. Love Kim Fields. She came to my middle school. Hilarious. Go ahead.
It is hilarious. It is about, I think it's very, very, very today. Like,
yes,
you are married to somebody who has a break baby.
Yes.
Like, that's very real now. Like,
yes, that's a real thing.
Now, and you're trying to, another real thing is co-parenting now. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
When your grandparents, when your grandfather had other kids on the side, y'all didn't acknowledge them. We knew they was there.
You're right.
Acknowledge them. Now we acknowledging them. We trying to blend it, make it a whole happy family, one melting pot. That's definitely a good show. It's nice to see Kim Fields in this type of role.
Amazing.
She's like not.
I love her.
She's not regime. She's not. What is it, Tootie?
Tootie, honey, with the roller skates, boo boo. Yes, we watched Facts of Life, baby. We grew up on that, right?
Well, let's definitely get into that on the next episode. On I want, because I've never seen it, so y'all will put me up on some games. So I know. Yeah,
get up. That's what Mike Epps, Kim Fields, the young lady from The Game. Okay. Yes, it's on Netflix. A young lady from The Game that broke up Melanie and Derwin, or had the baby by Derwin. Yeah, so she is now playing, the role where she had a baby with Mike Epps, while Kim Fields and Mike Epps' marriage was on the break.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, so it's the upshot now. Y'all turned me on to that,
and you already know how I'm feeling about watching that. But let me
tell you,
it's funny though, right?
You said funny? when I tell you, I was laughing so freaking hard the entire time I was watching it. It's amazing. So thank you, Zaza, for putting me onto the Upshaws. Upshaws. There are a couple of other things that I feel like on Netflix we need to pay attention to. Mm-hmm. The Upshaws is one of them. What are some other things?
Well, no, can we gotta kind of close this out.
Okay, we need to close this out, but let me tell you, if you're talking about funny, Dead to Me with Christina Applegate.
You said Dead to Me?
Yes. Oh my God, with Christina Applegate from Married with Children. Freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
Freaking, and I do want to, because last time we talked, I did mention the Black Women Entrepreneur documentary on Netflix. That documentary is called She Did That.
Okay.
So please check out She Did That on Netflix.
Okay.
Another one that I always talk about on Netflix, The Black Godfather, Clarence Avant. Or Avant. I'm not quite sure. I think it's Avant, but oh my God. If you haven't seen A Black Godfather, you don't know what you're missing. Like that is literally history and current life in the making. If you haven't seen that, you don't know nothing. It is what it is.
Well,
those
are just, man. Yeah, make the list. Let's hit.
Yeah, those are some things that
talk about it.
Right, and Michelle, I don't know if you remember when we talked about the market share that was cornered by Black women entrepreneurs. I actually got the numbers, and the numbers were 51.4 billion in annual revenues.
Wow.
That's what Black women entrepreneurs have cornered in the market. They have made for America $51.4 billion. Yeah,
Wow.
that's why
Gotcha.
they paying attention, boo. It's the money.
Gotcha.
But go ahead.
Gotcha. All right. Well, like I said, this has been your girl Michelle with Raindrop Combos and my girl
Stacy, and
and
we
our special
welcome
guest.
Miss Zaire, or as I say, and don't y'all try it, but her name is Zazada, her sister, but I'm her big sister. So to you is Zaire.
Yes.
Well, thank you guys for joining us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this content. And we will see you on the next one.
Love you guys. Have a good one. Bye.
All right, chick, we done, ain't we? Hello?
I'm waiting for the broadcast to
Oh,
end.
shoot. Oh, girl.